Chatelet Bridge Burners. Today, I would like to talk about revelations that I've had in the past several weeks. But first, I uploaded a video, my most recent video, how and why I got fired from my last job. And for some reason, it's one of my biggest hits. It has 132 views so far in 1 day and a half. Which, if you look at my other videos, it's a lot more than them. So, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And the comments here, I have to read them because they're fucking amazing. And another thing, Howard Dare. I was on a Howard Dare live stream the other day, just in the fucking chat section. And he gave me a shout out, and he told a whole bunch of people that I just released a video and to come check it out on my channel. And thank you very much, Howard. Much appreciated. I always appreciate when you give me shout outs. You know, I fucking love your channel. Anyone that's not subscribed, go sub to fucking Howard right now. And anyone that's come over because of Howard, thanks a lot. And I hope you fucking stick around. So, yeah, in a nutshell, I got fired from my fucking job. And, yeah, the place was... Anyway, there are a lot of fucking lessons to be gleaned. But the first comment here, first comment on the video, is from my buddy, Migtalica. He's one of the first subscribers I ever had, and this guy has been a monk for 5 years now, and you know, a real monk. He's actually like a real monk, but he's fucking cool and he tells jokes and shit. He's not like one of the fucking Google gang, like the fake fucking faggot MGTOW monks that don't know shit about shit, but think they know everything about everything. Thankfully, those cockroaches have been purged, so... That's all I have to say about that. But no, he's not like them. This guy's actually fucking cool. So I'm going to read you guys his comment. I used to have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off too, back when I was utility where I work. We're on 12-hour shifts now. I work a production line like what you described. In fact, there's probably a lot in common with that place where I work, besides what goes in the boxes. It was food production though. Kinda cool how similar our occupations were. Also, the pay is the same too. 18 starting now up to 20 now. Where I work, it's a lot of the same. People are inherently lazy, but at the same time, my management doesn't inspire people to take initiative other than to punish or write up certain behaviors like insubordination, just like Kenneth the Golden Child was saying. I work hard to make sure I'm not a burden to the rest of my team. If everyone made that their responsibility, there would be no trouble. But of course, a lot of women and soy boys work there, and they're full of worthless emotions. Other than that, when the clock hits 6 a.m., works night shift, fucking respect to that. When the clock hits 6 a.m. or the other team comes in to pick up where we left off, I'm gone. Fucking awesome. This got 9 replies anyway. One of them from me, but Kenneth the Golden Child. Also, check out his channel. He makes beats and shit. I just subbed to you, by the way. I didn't sub to you before. Sorry about that. All you guys that sub to me, if you produce your own content, I'll fucking sub you back, man. Even if it's not MGTOW content. Like, if you're making videos, I want to see those videos. And I don't take a lot of time to watch videos. I'm usually busy doing other shit and trying to make my own. But I make an effort to try to check all you guys' shit, you know, as much as I can. So if I don't, and if I don't leave a comment on every video, like, please don't take it personally, because, again, I rarely fucking watch videos on YouTube. But, again, I'll check your shit out. And Kenneth the Golden Child writes, I can totally relate, man. I've been a warehouse... I've been a warehouse monkey for a few years. Actually, the one I work at is pretty bad, but not as bad as the other ones. Menial jobs like that are bad to some degree. I think the worst thing about my current job is the management. The thing that sucks about my management that I work at is that they're super strict and always on our backs. Your coworkers would have been fired if they were at my job. Plus, there's been 4 people fired from my job due to sexual harassment. Hashtag me too. Yeah, and it went back and forth. Yeah, okay. I drive the forklift half the time and work stock the other half. It's not that hard of a job. It's just more mindless menial work. But it's a stepping stone to get to where I want to go. I'm not trying to be there forever, and I know I'm not going to be there forever regardless. Yeah, good for you, man. Saved a few G's. Good for you, man. and looking forward to going to a trade school and hopefully do a trade worthwhile and eventually moving out of America altogether. Awesome, man. I hope it fucking works out. I responded to all of these, by the way. You can read the responses or you can write your own comments, but... And then here, 1776 writes, I got fired from a real estate brokerage for one of my videos on the state of women in relationships. I gotta check that shit out. And yeah, I just subbed to you too, by the way. Everyone sub to 1776. I'm gonna put all the links up in the description after. He's got a lot of fucking videos, actually. Got a lot of subs too. Fucking good for you, man. JLord37. Were you fired for being an evil, racist, Nazi, toxic white male? Not really this time. More like the last place. And then he writes literally Hitler hashtag. And I said I was going to wear my literally Hitler shirt in my next video, but I'm not wearing it. It's fucking hot in here. It's actually the first fucking warmish day we had. It's about 0 degrees right now, and it's been minus 30 for the past 3 fucking weeks. So, you know, we've got our firewood, our steady supply, got the kettle boiling on top, and yeah, things are good. So, literally Hitler, not this video, but I got you, bro. I'm gonna wear that shit. Just you fucking watch. And yeah, so J-Lord, no, that's, oh, Flaming the Flag writes, J-Lord, do you remember the White Flower campaign? I got sacked from that. Yet the company went downhill from that day on. Funny as fuck. Flaming the Flag. Did I sub to you? No, I did not. Now I did. He also wrote, subbed, you bald twat. That's talking to me. Where the fuck is it? Somewhere. I'm getting weird shit on my comments, man. Oh, then I have Yoda marker. You did the right thing quitting, but you should lower your work pace when they pile more work on you. Absolutely right. And refuse doing overtime. Absolutely right. In addition to taking advantage of all your sick days at the worst times for them. Absolutely right. And then J-Lord writes back, that's actually a big part of MGTOW, really. Not acquiescing to feed the system more than you have to. Yes, yes, 100%. Anyway, there are, oh yeah, and my friend Monk Music Don't Engage. Another fucking cool guy, by the way. Go sub his channel. He, if you want to learn how to play guitar, he has tons of videos on how to learn to play guitar, and he is tragically undersubbed. One of the only fucking people, no, not one of the only people, but one of the small fucking minority of people that make MGTOW videos that are actually fucking productive and that actually teach you something. And he doesn't shit on anybody, but I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to get him to shit on people in his videos. So, yeah, you're gonna come around. Fucking just you wait. So yeah, go sub to Monk Music. Don't engage. Don't engage. You can engage. You can fuck them in the face. Alright? Fuck their faces. And then we have another one here. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother reading that. More on that later. So, yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for fucking tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your fucking comments. I'm sorry I read them like a retard. But I'm pretty excited right now. It's pretty late. It's around midnight, and Mark and I are going skateboarding tomorrow, and that's neither here nor there. But let's talk about revelations. That was the subject of this video. And if you ever gone through something like Red Pill Rage, which I fucking hate that expression, but I'm using it myself, but I find it can be used to fucking describe varying situations. And the way I see Red Pill Rage is that you finally realize that the system is fucking rigged against you, and that by going through the system, it's almost impossible to rise up in the system, let alone fucking change it. Now, other people who have equated Red Pill Rage to not knowing shit about fucking women, and having possibly one relationship, maybe two, getting the bitch pregnant, having a bastard kid, and then flushing their life down the fucking toilet. And then when they realize it sucks, they're like, oh, that's red pill rage. I'm the ultimate level of MGTOW. No, you're not. Go back to fucking Google Hangouts. That's fucking nothing. Honestly, I don't even fucking feel bad for you guys. That's not even foul play. That's called making bad decisions. That's called making stupid fucking decisions. And let me fucking tell you something. Making stupid decisions does not make you a fucking MGTOW. Sure, we all make fucking bad decisions, some of us more than others, but that's not the fucking criteria. The criteria is going your own way. So that can be defined however the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. But the degree of failure of your relationship does not define the level of fucking wokeness that you fucking have. And finally this issue's been brought to light. Howard Dare mentioned it also in a stream a while ago, and but he's right. I've been fucking saying it for a fucking long time also, about taking advice from people. Taking advice, oh, is it okay to have sex? Is it not okay? I'll do what the fuck I want, man. Don't tell me I can't have sex. Yo, fuck you. Who the fuck are you? You're a fucking army man avatar. I'm not gonna fucking listen to anything you fucking say. Anyway, I digress. But the whole point is, yeah, you don't need to fucking listen to anybody telling you what to do, especially if they've not provided any example. They know what the fuck they're talking about. I'll relate this to skateboarding, one of my favorite things to relate everything to, because was one of my favorite things to do. One of the only things I do. But it's like skateboarding takes a fucking long time. And it takes a long time to learn how to stand on a skateboard. It takes a long time to learn how to roll. It takes a long time to learn how to do tricks. And that first ollie up a curb, that's when you're jumping onto a sidewalk. You know, and the ollie, or like the skateboard jump, it's the basis for every other move. But usually the stepping stone is to get onto that fucking sidewalk. And that's a summer in itself. Now, prodigies have done it in a day. But most professionals even can attest to having spent the entire summer, if not longer, trying to get up onto that fucking sidewalk. In fact, a lot of them fucking quit before they're even able to, and they pick it up years later. And then it sometimes is a bit easier, but sometimes it's not. Some people never fucking learn. So it's fucking hard. And it's like anything else, it takes practice. You have to plan your work, you have to work your plan. You don't just fucking go out and fucking throw yourself down 35 stairs, eat shit, end up in a fucking wheelchair, and then you're on fucking Google Hangouts and you invite people to like a skateboarders hangout, skateboarders only, and then you tell them that it's not worth it to skateboard. And you know everything, you're the ultimate authority because you had the biggest accident. Well, no, you had the biggest accident because you're fucking bad at it. And you're bad at it because you wouldn't fucking take the time to practice. So that's why you fucking suck, and that's why I'm not gonna fucking listen to you. So, okay, moving on from that. So now that I've kind of defined what red pill rage isn't, however you want to define it is up to you. But again, the way I see it is when you realize that the system is rigged against you, and it's not impossible, but extremely difficult to fucking rise or change the system via going through that same system. Now, let's talk about the revelation part. And that's why I wanted to mention my last video. Because a lot of guys are frustrated. A lot of guys in the same position as me. And, you know, where liberalism is a fucking huge problem. And liberalism, leftism, gynocentrism, fucking feminism, it's all the fucking same shit. Whether it affects us even if we're not dealing with hundreds of women directly every day. But it affects our day-to-day lives indirectly. Because women being forced into the fucking workforce, for instance, it's harder for fucking decent working and qualified men to get jobs. For example, I'm not going to get into the rest of it, but that's pretty much it, and so on and so forth, and it's a giant fucking snowball effect. So, you know, many of us, you know, like, we like to think that we don't take shit from women, and that's fine, you know, maybe we don't. And some of us avoid women altogether. Some of us interact with women, but choose not to fucking engage. Some of us interact with women and fuck their faces. And some of us, I don't fucking know. Okay? But my problems have nothing to do with my direct interactions with women. Yes, you know, when I go to get laid and shit, like, I fucking deal with hypergamy just like everybody else. And, you know, with the little fucking things that I've learned through experience and through my fucking, my MGTOW brothers experience, you know, makes it a little bit easier. Not like, stay away from women. That doesn't fucking help. That's like, anyway, whatever, fuck. But yeah, I'm really fucking against that shit. But, it's like if you have a dog that fucking doesn't get along with a cat and you fucking stick them in separate rooms. And you just think you're going to keep an eye on them. That's what my mom does. And then I take the dog and the dog comes home and the dog walks loose with me. And their dog also attacks the fireplace. And here, well, I'll put up a picture, but anyway, yeah, you'll see. Fuck, no big deal. So, again, it's because a lot of people don't have the patience to take the necessary steps or to fail trying to resolve a problem. So they're like, it's not worth it. And even if it's not, even if something is destined to fucking fail, don't you dare fucking tell me it's not worth it. I decide it's not worth it or I die fucking trying, thinking that it is worth it. And that's all there is to it. And don't let anyone fucking tell you anything different. Don't let anyone tell you anything, period. So, red pill revelations. When you realize that the system is rigged against you, like I realized, and I realized this doing many menial jobs. And I had many jobs that were not menial. I had some that were good on paper that were shit in real life, and I had some that were shit on paper but pretty good in real life. And all these skills that I've amassed, you know, I still have them. And fuck, believe it or not, in my formative years, I got my work ethic from waiting tables. And one of my first jobs, my first real job actually, I was a waiter. The Zeller's fucking restaurant, which is like a Canadian version of Walmart, and it closed down, but way shittier. And I worked at like a shitty fucking store too, and they had a restaurant there, like a little diner, and I was a waiter there, and I thought because it was all old people that they'd be fucking chill and everything. Holy fuck, man, that place like shaped my fucking Nazi work ethic. Like holy fuck, that was one of the hardest jobs I ever had, and not because it was my first one. But I learned so many valuable things there too, you know. Never walk empty-handed. Never walk anywhere empty-handed. What are you, stupid? Fucking pick something up. Fuck. Do something while you're doing nothing. You know, things like that. And I got my charm and charisma and my niceness and tact and learning how to deal with people from that. And I was also a ski instructor, and I was a welder, and I was a fucking geothermal heat pump salesman. Anyway, I've done a lot of other shit too. And, you know, I've done renovations also, but I don't fucking mention it, but it's just a skill I have. Yeah, some landscaping here and there, snow removal, so forklift operator. And so I built up all these skills. And, you know, I worked at a welding place years ago, and I have my own welding machine. No, I bought it. I fucking saved up, and I fucking bought it. Just like all my tools. And I have my own machine, and when I have jobs to do, I do them at home. And if someone needs a job, since I have a machine, I can fucking do it for them. And I can charge them money for it. And you have to charge money because materials fucking cost money. And time costs money. And I always save my pieces of scrap metal, and I use them for the next job all the time. And I'm like that with all my stuff. I'm pretty good at taking care of all my tools and everything like that, and planning the next job and being efficient and managing my materials. So, you know, I've learned all these skills, and, you know, not only are they meaningful and they're productive, but auto mechanics, you know, I've done an engine swap on a fucking car. I do most mechanics on my car myself. Some things I can't do, I just fucking can't. They're just over my head. But most things, you know, I'll do them. And anything rust related or dent related or paint related, I'll do it myself also. I painted my truck, painted it outside actually. I mentioned it a while ago, but whatever, mention it again. Pat myself on the back. And yeah, so these are all fucking steps to make me self-sufficient. And, you know, if I'm working 9 to 5, or give or take, at a place turning around in a fucking circle all day, and let's say my car breaks down, I don't get to fix it. I have to take it to the garage. I don't have fucking time to fucking fix it at my house. And yeah, okay, like, and not only that, I don't have a garage at my house. So yeah, I fix my car and shit, but I do it in the daytime when it's fucking nice out. And it sucks in the winter to do it when it's minus 30, but I've done that too. So my whole point is that if I need to do something, I'm the type of person that wants to do it. I don't want to have to fucking pay somebody else to do it because I'm getting paid a fucking small amount, making money for someone else, doing something that I'm not particularly fond of doing. And quite frankly, there's no end in sight if I'm just doing the same shit. So this is gonna be a long video. I'm just fucking warning you guys, so fucking strap in. So this fucking stove here, you know, before I go off on too many fucking tangents, I think you guys have an idea where I'm coming from, but this fucking stove, this fucking wood burning stove, alright? And we heat our entire fucking house with this. And technically we have a 6.5 apartment, but it's more like a 7.5 or 8.5. It's pretty fucking big. And we heat exclusively with this. In this room right now it's 26 degrees. In the rest of the apartment it's around 21. And the heat is set to kick on at 16, just in case we run out of wood and we're out of the house or something. But this thing is always on. Always, 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 always. And the place I got fired from, they would throw out 1 or 2 pallets every day, and I would take them home and I would smash them after work and put them in there. But I didn't even have time to smash them really, and it's fucking loud to smash them. And to saw them takes time also. And I'm not going to use a fucking chainsaw because it's not great for the fucking chain. And it's also really loud, and I don't want to do that at 7 at night. Neither do my neighbors. And, well, yeah, well, why don't you just pay for heat? Because it's fucking stupid if I can do it for free. And heat costs a lot, man. Heat would cost $400 for 2 months here. And now, like, I'm just going to be paying basically for electricity and hot water, showers and shit. So it's going to cost around $100 for 2 months. So, like, Mark and I saved 3/4 of our bill because we fucking use this stove. And you can also heat your hot water with it too, but not as is. And you can fucking cook on it also. People put the fucking frying pan right on top. I'm boiling water right now in the kettle for my tea. There's always a fucking pot of fucking water on top boiling. You just fucking pour it when you fucking feel like it. And I cook stuff inside it too. Use it as a fucking oven. But it heats the whole house so long as you have wood. So Mark's parents also, they have a fucking big property in back, and it's like crown property where you can basically do what you want, and there's tons of fucking forest back there. So even though it's a little ways away, but not really, it's just off in the country, but it's about a 20-minute drive, which is not bad at all. And we go back there and we cut what we want, and we fucking load it up in the truck and we leave. So about once or twice a week we go over there and we gather firewood and we heat our house with it. And yeah, it takes work. But we've worked out how long it takes us and how much it costs us in gas to get there, and how much it costs us in materials and resources used, like you know, wear and tear on the axes and the chainsaw, how much gas for the chainsaw and all that stuff. And to get a cord of wood, it takes us around 2 hours and costs around $12. And if you order a cord of wood, we've been trying to order 6 cords of wood for the past 2 weeks, just as a reserve. And 3 for us and 3 for my parents. And for 2 weeks, all the companies in and around Montreal have been unable to deliver it. So my dad is finally getting wood delivered on Friday. And we ordered it a few days ago, and we called numerous times. And I'm telling you guys, it's really fucking tricky. And so again, where am I going with this? You'll see where I'm going with this. The other thing too, you know, we have a pretty nice place, but it's not ours. We pay rent here. And the only thing we really care about is this fucking thing. And we don't need to take it with us because I know how to weld, and it's just a fucking metal box. That's all it is. And this one has a fan in back and it has a glass door, but that's all it is. And it's fucking easy to make, and they're really easy to find, by the way. You can buy a used one for $100. Or you can buy a new one, even made out of a fucking barrel, made specifically to be a wood burning stove. You can buy kits to make one with a door in front for fucking $39.99. I could not reproduce this out of scrap metal for that cheap. So if you're slightly willing to think outside the box, then you can find a wood-burning stove easily. So we used to joke that this is all we need, but honestly it is all we need. And we could use lumber as well. And obviously to feed the stove. And, you know, if you look around, see there's wood on the inside of this fucking room. But back in the day, they used to make houses out of wood also. Before Chinese plastic became so fucking popular. And my whole point is that living in an apartment, this is a nice place, it's a big apartment and we have a backyard, we have a basement and we have a tool shed, but it's a sinking ship. It has holes in the walls, it's not well insulated. It even costs us too much wood to heat the place because the place isn't insulated as well as it should be. And it's too big for what we need. And it's not ours. And even though there's a nice fucking garage next door that's only being used to store the landlord's boat, that we could turn into a fucking beautiful skate shop. And there's no skate shop in the fucking West Island anywhere. The West Island, by the way, for those of you that don't know, it's a part of Montreal that it's composed of 6 or 7 boroughs. It's pretty big actually, and it's pretty rich. And there's no skate shop here, and there used to be a couple, and now there's none. So we'd have the fucking monopoly. But this fucking landlord, he would only rent the garage to me, and he would rent it to me at a retardedly high price, and he would never in a million years let us buy the building off him, which has an apartment for rent upstairs too. So, you know, you can pay your mortgage with that. But even though he bought the building for around $100,000, he would never sell it for anything less than, I don't know, $500,000, because he's that big a fucking Jew. And he's not even Jewish, by the way. So that's that. And, you know, all the little repairs and stuff, he's a slumlord, just like our last fucking landlord. So whatever, this place can't be anything more than a fucking temporary respite. So, what have we learned? We learned that this apartment, as nice as it is a waste of money. And we've learned that unless a job pays you a retardedly fucking high amount of money and doesn't require you to work 40 hours and you're not doing what you love for those 40 hours, the most blue pill jobs, as I will call them, are a fucking waste of time as well. And, you know, you guys know this, and this is I'm not going to say it's the final step of the red pill, because it just depends on how you look at it. You know, the final step is going to be different for different people. I think it's acknowledging that the Jews fucking run everything, but like whatever, fuck. So anyway, yeah, where was I? Oy vey. But yeah, okay. So Mark and I have concluded the most fucking blue pill jobs where you fucking rely on other people. And okay, by a blue pill job, let's say you know someone that owns a business that's like a fucking, I don't know, blacksmith or something, and he says, I'm looking for an apprentice to take over my fucking business before I retire. Like, that's cool. That's on a blue pill job. I'm all for that. By blue pill job, I mean, again, you know, warehouse job, or like fucking some office shit, something, I don't know. It doesn't matter how much money you get. Like, you know what I mean. If you sign away a part of your soul, if you rely on a fucking government, if you rely on a pension period, if you rely on someone else to fucking keep track of your money for you, and that's a fucking blue pill job. When I started my first business 5 years ago, and I was making money actually, I made fucking $20,000 in, I don't know, in 3 or 4 months actually. I never made money like that again, but I will. And people would tell me all the time that I was lucky. I would tell them luck had nothing to do with it. And I'd offer to bring them in. And I would offer them a foolproof way to bring them in. Some people I brought in and I made them money also. My roommate Mark is one of them. And that's why we moved in together, because I was looking for someone to work with and to do something very simple and to get paid a lot of money to do that simple thing. And all my friends, they talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and said, oh, you know, I'd be so down to fucking make money like you. when I asked them, I said, okay, here's an opportunity. All you need to do is this. No one wanted to do it. And I didn't even know Mark. And I'm like, yo, I need something. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I was like, wait, hold on. I'm like, I'm going to give you fucking a lot of money if you do this. And he's like, oh, we've done it for free. And he did it, and I paid him, and then it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And neither of us ever looked back. But one of the major criticisms I received during my most successful fucking period was that I was being stupid because I wasn't trusting a bank or an employer or the government to take care of me. Oh, what you're doing, Greg, is well and good, but I'm gonna get a pension when I retire. Yeah, so will I. I'm saving fucking money. Like, I'll have as much money as I save. Like, you're working like a fucking retard, and you're getting to keep a fraction of what you fucking made, and you have a smaller fraction of that that's put away, and then in fucking 30 years, you're gonna get to access a small fraction of that, and because of that, you have to live in fear until then. You know, these people, like, they don't even fucking raise their voices at work if someone shits all over them because they're so fucking worried about their fucking security. Like I said in the last video, would you choose security or freedom? Everyone says I'll pick freedom, but would you really? I don't know. But you know. In here you know. So I would pick fucking freedom any day. And big fucking revelation. So, what alternative is there? What can you do? I'm just going to check if the battery's still running. It's at 20%, so I should be good for a few more minutes. So what can you do? If you don't want to fucking pay for an apartment, if you don't want to be stuck at some dead-end job, and I think almost any job is a dead-end job these days. I think we pay so many taxes, and we have to pay for those who are unwilling to fucking perform. And this society fucking rewards mediocrity, which I can't fucking tolerate. I can't fucking stand, and I can't be a part of it. But rather than rail and rail and rail and cry and keep fucking quitting or keep getting fired from places that are just not fucking good for me, just like in every other sense of the word, I'm going to go my own way again. But I'm going to go further this way. We're going to go further. And instead of saying, well, I'll just look for a better job that eventually will pay me more, and hopefully I'll look for a better apartment or a house maybe if I borrow enough money, and then maybe in 20 years I won't have to work 10 hours a day. I'll be able to work 8 hours a day, and I'll have a bit of extra time to watch one TV show. I don't see that as a fucking solution for me. I don't see going back to school for 10 years as a fucking solution for me. I went to fucking college. I did Calculus 1, Calculus 2, Calculus 3, linear algebra. Because my parents fucking pushed me into academia. I didn't go anywhere because of fucking academia. Like, it was fucking bad advice. But regardless, that's irrelevant right now. Right now, the only thing I care about is staying warm in the fucking winter, having a roof over my head, being able to go skateboarding, and, you know, stay fit and healthy, and being able to make videos. That's all I fucking care about. The only fucking utility I need is fucking electricity to fucking charge my camera. Everything else I can fucking go without for the time being. And I'll explain my plan. So I had a friend, and this is where it gets interesting, my friends. I had a friend that I used to work with almost 10 years ago, and he bought 100 acres of land in the country. He got a deal, paid $4,000 for it, of heavily wooded land, for $4,000, and he built a house on that land. And you're allowed to build, and you're allowed to put electricity there, with fucking minimum fucking permits required, by the way. Property tax over there was less than $500 a year. And he built his house 1 kilometer away from the main road, and he carted in $20,000 worth of lumber and glass, and that was his building materials, and he built himself a house for you know, $24,000 and change. And he built this because he sold his old house, so he had a bit of profit left over. And after that, I'm gonna sneeze. He had no expenses. So yeah, he had electricity and he had the internet, but that's it. You know, $100 a month is better than $2,000 a month or more. It's way better. And there are ways to reduce that $100 without going without electricity, but I won't have enough time to talk about that in this video. I'm going to get more and more into it, and I'm going to fucking show you guys, more importantly. So that's a nice solution, you know, that's a nice fucking goal, you know, to do what this guy did. But what if you can't get there? Well, there's another way, and what I think a better way is, and this way, I think this is what he should have done as well. And I think he did everything right. I think he did everything fucking perfectly, other than spending $20,000 on building materials that would have been free had he fucking used the resources on his fucking property. And I'm not going to call this a trend, but this is a growing phenomenon, and we are going to buy heavily forested land, and we're going to build our house on that land with trees from that land. And yeah, I know, you need a saw. We have saws, and we have axes. I just sharpen them. We have 7 of them. And more importantly than that, we have faith. And we're going to build a house for ourselves on our heavily forested land, using trees from that heavily forested land that we fell ourselves. And it's going to be a sparse Alaska log cabin at first, with a wood burning stove in it, and the only criteria is that there has to be an endless supply of lumber on that land, and there has to be access to government owned crown land where we can hunt and we can get even more lumber, because that's what we're going to deal in. Wood is life, my friends. Wood is fucking life. And they're outlawing fireplaces and wood burning stoves and open flames, even barbecues, so many places on the island of Montreal, and in so many states too. Even in countries like Sweden and stuff like that, people's rights and their ability to become self-sufficient are practically completely fucking taken away. And Sweden has a lot of fucking land, and Canada too. Canada has a lot of fucking uninhabited land. And I'm not talking about moving 17 hours away. I'm talking about moving maybe 45 minutes to an hour away from the fucking big main part of the city. I'm half an hour away from the city now, by the way. So I'm talking about moving like half an hour, maybe an hour further away, and having a fucking paradise. And that's our fucking plan. And we're gonna build a fucking log cabin, and it's gonna have a fucking wood stove, and there's gonna be a fucking outhouse in the back, and we're going to go from there. And once we pay for the property, we're not gonna need money for anything. And yeah, we're gonna get electricity and everything eventually put in. But obviously when we're building the place, like, there's not going to be electricity, and the place that we want to build is buildable with fucking minimal tools, and we have a vast fucking knowledge of experience. I'm not talking about me, but my father's a carpenter, and he does beautiful woodwork. And not only that, we're going to have a firewood business also, because we've seen the demand for firewood this past fucking winter, and this is all going to be done with things that are fucking on our property. And it's the perfect fucking equation. So now we're going to raise as much money as possible to make this fucking happen. And it will fucking happen, and I'm going to take you guys with us every fucking step of the way. And right now, obviously, we're in the fucking earliest fucking stages of the plan, but it is a plan, and we have a plan. And we have faith. And yeah, religious faith, sure, but no, I mean, we have faith. This is faith. My fucking Husqvarna 372 XP X Torque. 71 cc's. People have built cabins and houses bigger than what we want to build with garden saws, and saws smaller than this, and they've felled trees with nothing at all, and axes. And we have this, and we have 4 other saws at our disposal. It will be hard, but we'll be okay. But that's it, my friends. That's the fucking plan. And yeah, we're gonna build a fucking barn, and that's where I'm gonna work. That's where we're gonna set up all our tools, welders, forge, our wood mill. We've even found an efficient way to fucking split wood at a competitive fucking price. And anyway, this place is going to be paid for by the end of next winter. So we just have to fucking build it and get into it. And more to come soon. I know, people are gonna say, oh, it's never gonna happen. But the MGTOW are gonna say, fuck yeah, brother, do that shit. You can do it. Again, Howard Dare, man. I'm not fucking forgetting that fucking live stream back in the day. I mentioned something like this in the chat. And you were telling me, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. All the videos I've seen of guys doing stuff like this, underlying theme, you can do it, guys, you can fucking do it. And to all you guys watching this, whatever your fucking dreams are, like, you can fucking do it. Anything is fucking possible. Don't let anybody tell you different. They're fucking losers. So, please, please, please leave your thoughts in the comments downstairs. So like, share, subscribe. Guys that were here since day one, thank you for sticking around. And to all the new guys, welcome aboard. I hope you fucking like my channel. Until next time, Shadowlay, guys. You're watching Bridge Burners TV.